Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd share this quick informal video with you today to go over a lot of the comments and questions you've been leaving on my videos and get back to those live with you. So hopefully that will provide some clarity answering your questions. As you guys know, I have a very busy lifestyle because I not only day trade the markets, but I juggle this with being a full-time mum to my two boys. They are both preschoolers. My youngest is 18 months, my eldest is 3.5 years old. And especially with it being the Easter period, it's just been super busy. I feel like I've really gotten behind on my comments. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you, so let's go through it together. Before we jump onto the computer, please remember to like this video so that I know to make more of this content, and subscribe if you're not already part of the channel. Let's get to it. Before we dive into the Q&A, I want to give you guys a heads up about Mind Over Markets. This is a free 5-day email course that I have just launched. I'm super excited about it. It will help you to unlock your mental edge for trading. So this focuses on trading psychology and developing the right mindset to help you to succeed as a trader, because once you understand the strategies behind trading, the technicals, it's all about the mindset. This is a taster course, a preliminary course to my main Mindset Mastery for Traders program that is expected to be launched over the next couple of weeks. But you can join this 5-day taster course completely for free. There is a link below in the description. All you need to do is enter your name and email. Join the course. You will get the free course sent you via email over the duration of the following week. Hey guys, so here I am in my dashboard for YouTube, my community section. My laptop has just decided that it is really hot and the fans are going crazy, so I'm going to try and edit the sound out, but hopefully you can still hear me okay. Sorry about that if it's really loud. I think I might need to get a new laptop soon. That's another story. So I'm going to go from the top. I'm pretty shocked at how behind I am with these comments, so apologies in advance if I have ignored you or if I seem to have ignored you. It's not my intention. I just find it very difficult to find the time. Hey, let's just go through it together. Are you still using OspreyFX? I did this video quite a while ago, and Osprey were a great option because they were a prop firm and they also are a broker, but I don't actually use Osprey at the moment. I might come back to them later. I'm confused if you are only using a 40,000 account scaled up, but you've been with them a long time. I want to try it. Yeah, because everybody's trading style is differently. So I'm trading a $40,000 account, but it's scaled up from a $20,000, and it took me quite a while to scale it up because I'm just aiming for smaller targets. But everybody's different. Just a shout out, guys, I get a lot of spam comments, so I'm going to have to delete them as I go along. Just be mindful that there are a lot of copycat accounts pretending to be me, trying to scam people with WhatsApp and all sorts. I'm not on there and I'd never post that, so just be careful. I'm going to see if I can find some questions to answer. Okay, I'll have a look into that for you, looking on Forex Tester. I've not used Forex Tester for a while, so I will see if I can make some time for that in the future. Emily, have you had a payout yet? Yes, I have. But it wasn't for the high stakes program. It's for the one I'm funded with, the hypergrowth program. Okay, David VWAP, thanks again for an informative video. I would like to hear your views on trading stocks. Cool. You mentioned in one of your videos that you did some training some time back. Did you train with Jason Grayston by any chance? I haven't actually heard of Jason Grayston. Few of him came up. No, I did training with Ross Cameron from Warrior Trading. It was a long time ago, and I did create a review, so you could check it out if you're interested. It was one of my first videos I made on the channel, so the gear is quite old. But that's great that you want to know more about stocks. I would love to share more content about that because it's really fun. I'm glad you're on it, dude, and thanks for the love. Okay, Graham, great YouTube, Emily. Thank you for the comment. A question, do you make use of VWAP in your trading? Find this particularly useful. I used to use a VWAP when I day traded stocks. I don't use it at the moment because it just hasn't helped me out. I've just been sticking with Fibonacci, but I think that it could be useful. It just depends what your strategy is. Hi, can you share with us what are websites or softwares used for trading? Okay, so if you can imagine, there's probably a lot of answers to go with that, and that might be a good idea for a future video because there are many things you can use for trading, and I don't quite know what you mean, whether you mean education or whether you mean like platforms and brokers. So just to give you a few off the top of my head, so I use a broker, IC Markets, because they give a really good free demo account for learning to trade if you're at the beginning, and then they give good features in the account when you trade live. If you want education, depending on what you are trading, Baby Pips has a lot of really good free information, particularly for trading Forex. I like to use forexfactory.com for news. That's specifically for Forex. You could use something like Benzinga for stocks or MarketWatch. FinViz is brilliant for scanning for stocks, and also my FX book has some really useful calculators on there. So hopefully that gives you a few tools to go at. I really appreciate all the lovely comments from you guys. Thank you. It means the world. Emily, I watched you years ago. I would like to respectfully ask, are you consistently profitable at this point? Did you have a green year directly due to your trading and not your YouTube business? And the honest answer to both of those is yes. I do document it on my channel, so you can check out videos if you want to see the live trading data. I am consistently profitable, and I think that the last 12 months has probably been my first green year, to be honest, from trading. Significant green year. I have been green before then, but only with a very small amount because I have been trading with very small amounts. It just takes time. And I'm not just talking about getting profitable in terms of your strategy. I'm talking about being able to manage those figures with your emotions. And that's where everybody's different. I've been trading through my pregnancies, so my emotional journey with trading has been slightly different to probably what yours would be. So I've taken it slow. But the last 12 months, I have been green, and I have been withdrawing profits from my trading accounts and my prop firm account with the fivers. So that's been really positive. It's about time. And in terms of the YouTube business, I'm going to just kind of comment on that as well, because a lot of you are probably wondering about that. This was certainly not planned. It's something that I kind of fell into, and it's been really fortunate because it's helped me to learn to trade, because it's kind of been providing a part-time wage alongside. But it's not that much as you would expect. There are a lot of channels now. There is a lot of competition for the ad space, and I don't really get that many views on my videos, but it's still a nice earner, and I'm really grateful for it. Why are you using dollars if you're in the UK? That's probably because I was featuring my prop trading account with the 5%ers, and that is in dollars. I don't control that. Hi, Emily. I like your trading. I like your video many much. Do you mind to teach us how many percentage you would use for trades from your cash account and how you decided how many shares you would buy? Many thanks. Okay, so for my live account with my own money, I basically risk 1% per trade. Sometimes I'll double it if the position looks more accurate, if it's A quality. And I trade predominantly Forex, day trading. So it's not a case of shares. I use a position size calculator, and I enter in the stop loss amount and then the percentage I want to risk. So it'll automatically tell me what lot size to use. For shares, that's my other account with stocks that I don't day trade. I would class that as short-term investment. And I can talk more about that on the channel in future videos. If you're interested, let me know below. But I calculate the shares differently to that. Okay, you should always trail the stop loss in profit from your phone or something. It'll be a big thing. I'm wondering, why do you or anyone just jump into any stage rather than waiting for fib level reversal? Nice clothes. Thanks. Yeah, I just don't. Everybody has their own plan when it comes to managing a trade. Personally, I don't really trail my stop loss. I like to just have a more rigid plan. And quite honestly, most of the time, I'm just not able to do that. I used to experiment with trailing stop losses years ago, and I found that it would trail it too tight and it wouldn't give the trade room to move. So I was getting stopped out quite often at break even, and then the trade would go in my direction. So overall, in the long run, it was actually just costing me profits. So now I just don't use trailing stops. I don't really find them helpful. That's my opinion. Do you have a swing strategy? I guess I do, yes. I have experimented with swing trading a lot over the years. I'll probably do more swing trading as I get more time when my children are a bit older, but right now I just don't have the time. I'm just day trading a very small snippet during the New York session each day. That's all I can manage time-wise, and it's making me money. So as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of win-win. But when my boys start school and I have more time, I will probably start looking at more asset groups and follow more pairs and swing trade, but it just demands a bit more time than I have at the moment. Please point me to a video where you speak of analysing morning news releases. I don't do that just yet. I may do that in the future. This comment here is asking for recommendations for laptop specs. Hey, to be honest, I'm very close to buying a new laptop myself. Mine is about 3 or 4 years old, and I think it's just starting to get on the slow and noisy side. But in terms of specs you need for day trading, you obviously need something really fast and reliable if you are looking to day trade every day. I would just probably go with a gaming laptop with a high RAM, a lot of memory, something that's just going to be able to run your broker quite quickly. But if that is all you're running on your laptop, then you should be okay. I noticed that you identify high and low with the body and not the wick. No, that's not true. So I use high and low for the wicks, the high and the low, and the body will be the open and the close. Maybe I just mentioned it wrong on that video. Okay, a comment here. Do you still use it? Did you have a problem with any prop firm payments now, for instance? I think that's referring to Magic Keys. I do use it, but not all the time, because I mostly trade pound dollar and I pretty much know what my position size is for that. If I trade something different, in particular gold or an index, I find it a lot easier to use Magic Keys to calculate what position size to take. In terms of trade management, I don't actually use this because most of the time I'm managing my trade on the go from my mobile phone. Magic Keys doesn't work on there. Okay, this comment here is actually relating to technicals within the trade that I shared in the video. On the 4-hour chart, did you notice the head and shoulders? If you did not notice, then assuming you had, would that have changed the way you traded, or would you have gone ahead as you did? I don't always just take note of just candlestick patterns. For me, it has to be in the context of the greater picture. So it has to be together in confluence with key daily levels or a weekly level, or even the institutional price levels. And also because I day trade a very small amount of time each day during the New York session, sometimes that doesn't really come into play depending on what the momentum is on the day and what the news catalyst is. Is the minimum 3 winning days have to be consecutive for the Fivers program? No, it doesn't. This is a good question. I'm learning to trade since 6 to 7 months, and regularly watching your videos helps me a lot. That's great. I'm still not profitable, but I hope I will be. How long is the journey for a trader to be profitable? To be honest, be prepared to be on this journey for a while. It takes a while. Everybody's different. It's not completely fair to say, because everybody's different and no two traders' journeys are the same. It's not just about learning to trade. It's not just about battling the markets. It's about battling yourself. You get to a point when you learn all of the technicals of trading, the logistics, the risk management, the strategies, the chart patterns. All of that is something you can learn. You need to actually implement it and practice it to build your muscle memory, and it's like learning an instrument. You've got to keep practicing and build your experience. But then you also get to a point when you realize that trading is very much about battling yourself. It's about battling your mindset. It's trading psychology, because you will never win every trade. You will always lose, and you have to keep battling that every day, and it can get stressful. And also that depends on what other things you've got going on in your life. So for me, how long has it taken to be profitable? I started in 2018. It probably took me 5 years to get profitable. But during those 5 years, I moved house about 3 or 4 times, and I had 2 children. So I traded through those pregnancies. So there was a lot of emotional upheaval going on. If I had just had a straight run in my personal life whilst learning to trade, maybe I would have learned to trade a bit sooner, because I would have probably been a bit more relaxed. But, that's not completely fair to say. I'm just trying to say that I'm not telling you that it'll take you 5 years. I don't know you, and you may learn quicker or you may take longer. It's hard to predict. But the best thing to do is to soak up as much knowledge as you can, to get as much chart time as you can, to keep practicing and building your experience. Manage your risk. practice in the demo, start off small when you go into a live account, and just keep going. It takes time, but it's worth it, trust me. Markets range at least 70% of the time. Why wouldn't you trade in a range? You could trade in a range if you want to, if you've got a range-based strategy. Personally, I just don't like trading in ranges. Are you applying ICT methods in your trading? Understand that you mentioned wanting to learn this method before. Yes, I am. Even though I've heard talk that ICT has been, I don't know, there's been some videos recently saying that he's not as good as everybody thought he was, or something like that. I don't always buy into that. But for me, I have used ICT methods, mainly time theory, and it's helped my trading, so I can't complain. What indicators, strategies are you using? So I've kind of dabbled with so many indicators and strategies over the years, it's mad. And I've kind of come to this point of creating my own cocktail blend of what works for me, incorporating a bit of everything. So off the top of my head, I like to use a previous daily high and low indicator. I like to use an indicator that shows me institutional price levels. And that's pretty much it. I don't really use many indicators. I like to use the Fibonacci retracement tool. I wouldn't class that as an indicator, that's a drawing tool. And I use this in combination with key daily levels, analyzing market structure, price action, generally looking to follow the short-term trend. That's it in a nutshell. I think this video is getting quite long. I'll just see if any other questions stand out. This is a good question. Is it a subliminal for the affirmations video? I don't know if you'd say it's a subliminal because I'm not kind of being sneaky and being very open about it being affirmations, but yes, it would work like that in your subconscious. Affirmations are amazing. A question here, do I offer one-on-one coaching? I have done that, and it was a lot of fun, but unfortunately, I just don't have that much time to offer at the moment. Maybe it's something I'll do again in the future, so I'll keep you posted. The best thing to do is to join my email list. There's a link below in the description, and then I can keep you posted as to whether I'm going to introduce it again in the future. Thank you for sharing this video. Emily Howdy from Texas. That's awesome. I'd love to go to Texas. I am starting to learn how to use Fib in my trades. Quick question, what is the name of the tool you use for check the take profit and stop loss? The red and green colored rectangles. I will show you on Tradingview. Okay, so I think the tool you're on about it's called long position. I have it in my favorite tab down here, but on the left hand side, I think for most people it will be here, this one here, long position. There's a short position as well. So if I wanted to go long here, I'll place this middle point at the current price and obviously adjust the stop and the target to plan trade, and vice versa with the short position, placing it below where you'd want to sell and where you can place your stop and your target. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful. I don't do these very often, so just let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this kind of content and I can try and make this a regular feature on the channel. Please, remember to hit the like button, and I will catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching and for all of your support. I really appreciate it. Bye.